Okay, YouTube's back up. Stove, where's stove? Stove open freaking behind. Yeah, of course it opened behind here. Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it open up there, right? Ow! Can anybody check, is YouTube working again? Hey, Higa. Thank you for the raid, buddy. You're just in time as my entire computer crashed. Okay. Chatbots should be working again. How was your stream, buddy? Did you have a good one? Okay. Everything back up and running. The bot Rix is in there. Had a blast. Nice. Glad to hear it, man. It'd be great if Epic 7 stays like this for fucking ever. I'm having such a good time with the game. Okay. Oh yeah, we were spending carrots. And I clicked on this and it crashed my computer. Okay, so who are we getting? I think there's only one right answer here. Right, guys? I think there's only one right answer. You know who that answer is? Anyone want to take a guess? Balance is on. Are you high, Onyx? Come on, we know who it is, right? We know who it is. Hello, Arunka. Anytime somebody says, don't ban me for this piece, it's kind of like, you know you're going to get banned for this piece. What have you got? Okay. God damn, that's nice. Tell me true. Tell me true. Your last roll was into attack, wasn't it? It was your last roll. You were sitting there like holding your breath, watching it and hoping. Yeah. Called it. Is Arunka good now? This Arunka is. This Arunka gives me needs, and she is going to get I'm going to build the most terrifying Arunka you guys have ever seen. It's going to be great. Okay, what do I do with these 2,000 freaking carrots? 1-for-1 stamina. I wonder. Well, I mean, we get the freaking Molagora, of course. That goes without saying. I am wondering if I don't need the katas. I'm wondering if buying the stamina to farm AP and charm powder is a better value than buying this stuff. I think it's just better to go for the stamina than do this stuff. What about next week? Next week for regular carrots, it's more charms. We'll probably get the artifact charms. They're worth more charms. and then just back to buying stamina. Yeah, I think we just buy stamina at this point. Should we pull for ML Arunca or wait for ML Arya? It depends if you're pulling with the big head or the little one. ML Arya's kit's gonna have to be pretty damn insane to eclipse Arunca's kit, though. Arunca's kit is, I think she's gonna be like Harsetti, ML Luna level, powerful, strong. I think she's easily going to be there. I'll give you a sneak peek at what I'm cooking for Arunca. When was she announced? She was part of the what do you call it? A roadmap. So don't go spreading this around. I'm just going to give you a real quick peek. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, real quick. Eh? Do horrible things with this. Is there a link to the roadmap? Let me see if I can find it real quick for you. Actually, would somebody else do it for me? Would somebody else go see if they can find the video where they showed Arunca and Ranak? It was like the origin video, I believe. It was like the first origin video. Okay, no, I did not do my summons on this account, so let's go ahead and do it. Show me more Aruncas. Save me some damn bottles. Yeah, on counter set too, Rinmaya, with a plus 30 rocket punch. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Yeah, I think Arya might be the World Cup unit. A lot of people think it's going to be Ross, but when I think about like Las Vegas ring girl walking around with the sign, I don't think of Ross. I think of Arya. She's just got the personality for it. Okay. Couple elemental summons. Who do we want for fire? Who do we want for fire? I know who we didn't want, and that was Butcher Core Inquisitor. ML Speedo Strays. You guys want to see the leak for the summer unit? I'm not supposed to show you this. I'm not supposed to like talk about leaks and stuff and stuff, but just don't spread around. You didn't hear it from me, but Summer Dark Corvus. Sorry, not sorry. Hey, where'd all my viewers go? Orbis Guide. Get some points. Journey of Successor. Get some stuff. Clear Rift 100 times. Other things I can do here. Let's see. Asmacal's challenge. Let's just get all this shit done. Reach 50% exploration for Royal Capital Asm. Oh, really? 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 Okay, fine. Whatever. Let's go do it. Let's see. Let's kill the queen. So let's use our Tamaran Marin, and we will use our Biblius, and we will use our Shadow Knight Pilus, and you want to do Crowl this time? We've been using We've been using Bologna, but you guys want to use Crow this time? We could use Crow, we could use Lionheart Sirmia, we could use Bologna. Who floats your boat? Nah, let's just make it a girls' night out and take Lone Crescent. It has to be the weakest version of the Queen? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Oh, no, it's Royal Capital Asmacallus. But I've already done 50% of this. What do you mean, game? You're going to make me do it again? Ooh, pet stuff. Make me do it again. Let me read this again. Eliminated by... It's Royal Capital Asmacallus. It's not Asmacallus' Cycles. Okay. Well, let's just go freaking murder stomp this. Full inventory. Bye, Glenn. Okay. To manage an overbloated inventory. First things first, check your boots. See if there's any speed main stat boots that you want to keep. I'm not seeing any speed main stat boots, so nothing that I care about keeping. Then we go back to everything. You can click arrange. You click on this cog. You make sure you have simple selection enabled. You run it to 24 to 28, depending on how long you've been playing, how much gear you have. I think this is like I'm under 6 months old. I'm over a year old. I'm over 2 years old. Put this in. Make sure you've got this exclude equipment thing checked, and then you hit simple selection and bam, it highlights everything that is not 28 gear score or higher, or it's got to have a speed sub, and you can just ditch all of the trash. And all you've got left is gear that you kind of want to maybe level. Now, I don't think that I need to level a defense main attack set piece, even though it's 29 gear score, so I'm going to shit can that one. This one's a speed check, so we'll go ahead and... Purple gets 1 speed check. Nope. Goodbye. I am better than 1 speed, and you guys can roll it if you want, but I just refuse to roll 1 speed. I morally object to it. Let's see, arrange. I don't care about these boots. They look pretty awful. These flat defense boots, screw that. Let's go over and just do boots real quick, just to filter through those. Arrange. Get rid of these. Flat defense, flat attack, flat HP, flat defense, flat HP, flat attack. And these HP boots are actually pretty pog. I'll roll those. No. Yes. Maybe. Weird on speed set. 31 though. We'll roll those. Okay, so enhance. These have got to hit speed and defense. Bottom 2 stats. They hit the top 2 stats. They're bricked. So let's see. What do we got? Okay, we forgive 1, and that's a max roll in defense. So we go again. Come on, give me a speed. Give me a speed. Down here. Okay. Give me a speed. Down here. Oh my God. Well, they're about to be the tankiest damn boots ever. Wow. Okay, so 666 into defense and then a couple of decent flat defense rolls. It's not bad. They'll find a use on somebody who we want a little bit of speed on, or even just as a broken set. A DPS unit who wants immunity and attack the defense feels really weird. These have got to roll a lot into crit chance and speed to be any good. Crit chance speed, down here. Oh, well, all right then. We double max roll crit chance. We do that again, down here. Oh, it was so close. It's touching greatness, and now the garbage. Okay, we'll roll more gear later, but that gets me down enough that I can go in and do this fight. Hey, cool. Thank you, Mechabad. Tell him I'll be playing tomorrow. Okay, we gotta go kill them bosses, so... Oh, much appreciated. I have flat main stack gear pieces and have flat main stack pieces ever been usable? No, not yes, but no. Yes, but no. I have a flat attack ring that's got 16% attack percent on it, and those combined together are pretty close to a percent attack main stat. Actually, it's a little higher than a percent main stat. And I put it on my Assassin Sid because he's only a 4-star, so the ratio is a little closer for him for flat being better than percent. But the big reason that's usable is it's also got 19 speed on it. So it made a really, really good opener nuker ring for a 4-star. But I mean, they're really freaking niche. Really, really, really small chances. Will DN ever come back? They do twice a year an event called a custom group summon, where you can create your own banner and you can pick 3 units and put them on that banner. And when you summon, after you do 120 summons, if you luck sack into one of those 3, yes. But if you don't luck sack into it, you can use the 120 points from doing 120 summons to literally buy whichever one of those units you want. And limiteds are included on it. So yeah, twice a year minimum, you'll get a chance at DN. But also she's got a special banner that's coming. Yeah, DN's literally coming on Thursday. She's got a special rerun banner this Thursday. So I guess what I'm trying to get across is you can pull her on Thursday, but if you want to save your resources to pull something else, they do custom group summons twice a year. Now, we just had one, so you're probably staring down the barrel of another 6 to 8 months before another one happens. But you can always wait it out for the next custom group. But she is worth getting. She's a really good, solid unit. Since this is already all blued out, is it going to count it as explored, or is it literally going to make me do the frickin' walk of shame on all of this? Yeah, limited selector has her, so you can decide, do I want to spend the bookmark resources on her, or do I want to get the limited unit too? Yeah, that's a good point, Death Scythe. We can just leave the portal and check. If you do PvP, Crowl is busted good. He's like old school Firehwa Young. He is one of the best PvP units out there. I think he is actually a little unbalanced. Victorica, I haven't found a use for her yet. Her kit theoretically should make her really, really good, but she hasn't really popped off yet. You get her for free, so, you know, may as well build her, right? But I wouldn't dump a ton of Mola into her until we're sure. What is it that makes Fire Crowl so strong? You can soul burn his S3 and one-shot anything in the game. Same thing that made Firehwa really, really strong. As a new player, is raid difficult? It's in theory one of the hardest endgame contents, but just give it a shot. If you're not strong enough to do it, come back later and you will be. The game has got so much stuff to do that all you have to do is play until you hit a roadblock, and then don't try to force it. Go play other parts of the game, and then come back, and suddenly... I remember climbing through Abyss, and I got to the floor with freaking Ludwig on it, and I hated Ludwig forever. I spent a week banging my head against the wall, changing my gear around, swapping units, trying to find the right synergy, and all that little asshole did was jump in his gold chair and steal my lunch money. And I eventually, after... you know, being the raw definition of insanity, finally gave up and just decided to be mad about it for a week. And I went and did other stuff. And my guild's like, hey, did you ever beat Ludwig? And I'm like, no. And like, we'll just go fight him. He's easy. I'm like, he is not easy. He kicked my ass. So I jumped into a stream in my chat and I said, here, watch what this guy does to me. And I jumped in and one-shot him. Just from a week of playing, I got strong enough to one-shot the guy who was an absolute obstruction for me. And that's kind of Epic 7 in a nutshell. It's hard until it isn't. And if you hit content that you just can't handle, go do something else and then try it again next week. And you'll be surprised how often that solves the problem. Do you think we will get another Fire Ravi or Fire Tene buff? Tene definitely. Ravi a little less likely because she's already pretty good. But Tenebria, I think she could use a buff. I've been on Abyss 103 for years now. I am brain farting, or could we not reset gear after reforged before? You cannot reset gear if you've modded it. You reforge it, you're fine, but once you mod a stat on it, you can no longer reforge it, or you can no longer reset it. It has to do with using the mod gems to change a stat, not with reforging it into level 90. I still can't beat Abyss 101. Google TristenWulf Abyss 101. You're welcome. And if you don't have those units, Google I'm_Sue, TSU, Abyss 101, and he'll show you how to do it with a free-to-play team. Do you have a PvE team for all chapters? I have a carry unit that I usually farm with. I have a PvE team that works for most chapters, but no, I mean, if you've got a PvE team for all chapters, it's basically going to have to be an all ML team, because you don't want to take off, you know, like 2 fire DPS units into a water boss. You're going to have to switch it up. That's one of the nice things about this game, is that there is no magic bullet. It is a game of team building, of understanding what the enemy is doing to you and how to build a team to beat it. Every single one of the bosses in the Labyrinth, I use a radically different team for. Is Fire Lytica worth getting early after her buffs? She looked like she was giga insane, and I honestly have not seen anybody use her, but to be fair, I haven't gotten a chance to really chill in an RTA player's stream recently. What do you guys say? Anybody in chat, anybody seen Lytica popping off, or was she much ado about nothing? We read her buffs and like, well, this is going to be the end of the world. Yeah, she hurts like crazy. Nice. Very strong. Nope, there you go, guys. If you do RTA or have designs on it, she seems to be legit. Yeah, true. If you watch one of Sue's videos and it helps out, make sure you type, "What if I don't have Commander Lorena?" It's a running gag we have because she's a free unit, but it really gets under Sue's skin, so it's hilarious. Because it's fun to piss friends off. I would play test with more teams if Unequip was free. I've been, like, campaigning for free Unequip every weekend for a very long time. I was legitimately disappointed to see the Origin update come and go, and for us to not have free Unequip as an option. Yo, I think my TAM just died. How is my full auto for Nightmare Queen team losing to the low-level Nightmare Queen? What's wrong here? Do you still speed check non-speed set purple pieces? I speed check anything that's got 2 or higher on it. But I'm a cleaver, so speed is everything to me. All right. Stuff. Okay. Hi, everybody. You know what? Let's just do a can kill everything team here, right? Let's do let's go classic. Let's go classic. We'll do Charles, and we'll do what's my classic team? Hang on here. The Ray Charles team. That's what it was. The Ray Charles team. Classic. It was Ray Charles, and it was Seaside Bologna. This one. How about the one with gear? And the and Rowana. You got gear on, girly? Where's your artifact? There we go. And Ray looks fine. Charles looks good. The classics, man. When you speed check a 2-piece purple, when do you stop? The instant it doesn't hit speed. It has to hit speed every single time. There's no, I mean, if it's not quad speed, it's not a keeper for my level of account. So I take it to +3. If it hits speed, I go to +6. If I take it to +6, if it hits speed, then I look at how much speed it's hit, and I do the math to see if it has a possibility of ending 20 or higher. If it does, I go to +9. Then I look to see if one more speed roll could get it above 20. If it does, I take it to +15. So it's very rare that speed gets that purple pieces make it out of +9, but it does happen. I've got a 23 speed neck that's purple, so it can happen. I think that one even started as a 2. If it's purple and it rolls like this, yeah. See, you should have stopped forever ago. Why would you roll this at +9? You should have looked at it and said 9. There's no way this can get above 20. Hell, this can't even get above 19. It can't even get above 16. You should have stopped and sold it. I mean, unless you were looking for rage gear, right? If you were looking for rage gear, you needed rage stuff, then sure. You could mod that health to attack and have a speed-tuned DPS rage piece, sure. But, yeek. Yeek. I lost to Vera. I'm happy. This team is safe. Legit, like, just run this team. Another one you could run that's a little more free to play is you could run Adventurer Ross, Rowana, Tamarin, and for DPS you could run Champion Zerato. That'll also full auto the entire thing. Hey, Biako, what's up? I'm running around Spider World. Ras Tam, Rowana, and then Champion Zerato, Seaside Bologna, Lone Crescent Bologna, just any good self-saying DPS. Fire Ravi could work, but she's slow. Whoever. Good strong DPS. I like Champ Z because he self-heals, he can defense break. There's so many debuffs in this game that he will clap back a lot, so he works really well. You only have Ravi out of them? I'll build that team next and we'll try it out and see how it goes. Fire Charlotte, Lionheart Sirmia. Ideally somebody who self-heals. APOC. Will we be able to buy infinite stamina weeks 2 and 3 and 4? Nope. Week 1 shop should remain open through the entire thing. Otherwise, there's nowhere else to spend the carrots, right? That's why week 1 shop has the free stuff, and if you look at week 2, 3, and 4 shop, there's no place to dump. Oh, yeah, you know what? Fene would probably work. Yeah, even if it's Earth, it would probably work. It would just take longer. Lies and Despair. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Wolf Pack. I'm being followed by Lies and Despair. Been a hot minute since I've seen Green Charles, I right? And I got some postures to correct out here. Correct your posture. Speaking of damage, is Rage Set better for PvE and Destruction for PvP, or the other way around? Rage Set's almost strictly a PvE usage. It's too conditional for PvP. I have seen some people make Rage Set builds for PvP, but it's mostly kind of meme stuff. Rage Set is more damage than Destro Set if a debuff is involved. But without a debuff, it's like you're not even wearing a set. We call those psychopaths. I have a Rage Set freaking... I wanted to build a Rage Set Solitaria, but I couldn't quite get the speed on her to make it work. But I do have a Rage Set on my Ludwig, who I use here and there. But yeah, pound for pound, you're usually going to run Rage only in PvE, whereas Destro can be used anywhere. I pulled Snake Lady, watched your video on her. Looks like she could be fun. Congratulations on winning the game, Lyco. Good luck, have fun. We'll try to find a workaround for the PC client crash or wait for support team, I suppose, respond. What was the crash, Olex? Oh, was there real? I swear when I looked at it, I didn't see a place to dump next week. I thought I saw price. I thought I saw a limit purchase on anything, but maybe I'm high. And that was on the new player account. I didn't look on the veteran account. Can Fenny take on all Labyrinth bosses? Probably not, Vera. Need to AFK for like 20 minutes, so I may miss you doing that run. No worries, buddy. There will be a VOD. Yeah, I was very sad when I fused my Solitaria and then thought, oh, I could have made a second one. She's the one unit I've never pulled a second one of after, you know, that I really wanted one. You replaced Maid for Fene? Awesome. Good job, man. Yeah, when I made that video, I didn't have Fene. Or, yeah, Fene didn't even exist. Isn't Rage Set best for Specimen Says anyway? He doesn't need a damage boost, really. I mean, as long as you have the stun, he'll kill anything, even with like triple HP set. I think speed and bulk is kind of the way to go on Specimen Says, so it's harder to kill him, and then he just executes you. Unless you want to make sure he kills without the stun. That's a whole ass thing. All these freaking level 80 things. What do you got, Alexa? You sell anything anymore? Oh my god. Oh. I thought they removed level 67 gear from the game. You guys remember this stuff? Oh my god. Is Fenny good for BIS 100 plus? I never tried, Magnus. Or Magus. I would have to check. I got the security update failed error claiming to have issue with the AV or firewall limited disk space. You tried right-clicking on it and selecting run as administrator, right? I know that's like a stupid simple thing, but it fixes a lot of stuff with that kind of thing. Instead of just double-clicking on the stove thing, find it in your find the actual source for it, right-click on it, select run as administrator. A lot of times that bypasses that BS. Tristen, has the bug where you can't finish the unit connection been reported? Send it to me. I know there was one that we reported, but I don't think it was the Una connection one. So send me some screenshots and I'll forward it up, Divine. I got Pirate Captain Flan with the free Covenant summons. Win or do not build. Pirate Captain Flan is so damn cool that she Hang on here. I can't show it to you because it's one of my side monitors, but this is my desktop wallpaper for my second monitor. I love Pirate Captain Flan, but she is not a very good unit. She's hard to use. She requires a limited +30 artifact. She had a chance to shine, but her buffs got canceled because people are idiots. Some people have found ways to make her work, but she is not the easiest unit to work. I also sent the support ticket, 2 at the minute, tried disabling the AV, running as admin, etc. No luck so far. Pressing the result. Man, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Wish I had easier answers for you. What is this, Divine Sea? Oh, and it's because the special stage 210 Retribution doesn't exist. Is that the issue with it? Because it's completed and you can't do it, and it's not a farmable stage. Thank you, thank you. Let me just go ahead and send this right now. Let me see. Let me check to see if it's been reported. Oh, literally Sue reported it a few hours ago. Okay. It has been reported. I let him know. And Sue let him know. They're just going to change it, right? They're going to change it to, you know, whatever the farmable stage is. It's the same bug that was stopping people from completing the Mercedes phase on chapter 3, where you need to get Mercedes. Exact same situation there. I think they fixed the Mercedes one. I'm not 100%, but I believe that one's been fixed. So, you can try it. I've been using Captain Flan pair with Zio and Caesarea and Bihu on her artifact. I think if you could, I think Zio into Requiem Rowana to activate Caesarea to push up Pirate Flan to, I think that would be crazy. But remember, Caesarea and Flan, you kind of want the artifacts on them. It'll be just harder to use them without. But yeah, there are ways you can use her, but it's mostly going to be an arena and a little harder to use her in RTA. Having a lot of fun with this build. What is your build? That's a fun little DPS build. I think I would still put her on a. I think I'd still put her on the fairy tale for a nightmare, but having this for the extra dual attacks is pretty freaking pog. How are you putting her on this artifact and not running her on a Unity set though? That anytime I see this artifact, I'm like, gotta run a Unity set, right? Here's the thing, guys. Anytime somebody says a unit is garbage, what they mean is a unit's not meta. It's not meta and it's hard to use. It doesn't mean you can't use it. Through gear, all things are possible. There's a guy that sits in freaking Emperor every season who only plays 3-star units. You put the right gear on things and you can force anything. I used to have a video. I'm not even sure if it's still up anymore. So long ago. I think it had like copyrighted music and I had to pull it, but I could do it. I could do it again. And you know what I did in that video? I one-shot Wyvern 13 with Enoch. You can do it. You can do things in this game. If you got a unit that is your favorite unit and you want to play it, You can build a team to support that unit's skills and run people over. And a lot of times it's fun because they never see it coming. But, it takes gear, takes some brain power. It's not like you can just push buttons and make it happen. Yeah, MLU Fiend is freaking busted good. Do you know MLU Fiend can solo any of the adventure stages? Like all of them? It's not fast, but if you're stuck on an adventure stage, you can just run Fiend and 3 friendship units. 5 minutes later, the stage is dead and you've upgraded 3 units. It's crazy. So OpSig can work? Yeah, especially with FCC being back again and barriers being everywhere. You put enough gear on her and build her right and building a team around her? Yeah. A lot of units that are considered bad, but not so much because the unit is bad, but because they're obsolete, because there's a better solution. Who's going to run Faithless Litica with Fire Litica out now? Who's going to run Fire Hua Young with Fire Crow out now? They basically serve the same purpose. They are tank-busting nuclear one-shot units. Conqueror Lilius was the highest win rate, most important RTA unit in the game, until Sea Phantom Politis came out and basically did everything that Conch Lilius does and a little bit better. For an endgame player, you could make the argument that it's efficient to epic craft right side. Yeah, sure. MLU Fiend is killing me. Why is she so hard to gear? Yeah, she is very hard to gear. Not the hardest, but she's up there. All right, we made it to Vera. I just realized I'm taking an ice unit to fight a green Vera. Well, this is going to go over great. Is Soul still viable anywhere? I'm a returning player, and I saw that I had him fully molded but ungeared. He can one-shot, I think he's still probably the best one-shot for Golem. If you want to go Golem. And Golem farming was always kind of a meme, but there's some really good sets in Golem now. Protection and HP set are pretty high value, so you do want to spend a little bit of time Golem farming, and he's great. What are your thoughts on using Alexa over Sigurd for Wyvern? Sigurd is easier to gear, but Alexa's a faster clear. Remember that one week when people said Fiend is trash? Good times, huh? Good times. How do I support my ML Kayron against Mort and Phantom Politis with a ban button? I didn't say you can take them everywhere. I just said you can find uses for them. If you force your bad unit and take it into its hard counters, well, you know, there's only so much you can do. If I say things like, you know, you don't need a car if you've got a bicycle to get around. Well, that's true locally, but if you're going to like try to drive from Pennsylvania to California, you're going to need a fucking car. That's going to be an unpleasant bike ride. MCSDM, 16 months. Holy crap, it's really been 16 months. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate the support, man. Oh my god, with a blue DPS unit, it's going to take so long. I always use AU Fiend, Red Politis to counter CR push. Yeah, you can try that. Guys, I gotta go pee. So you hang out here with my hat.
I'll be right back.
I feel better. Oh, what'd I miss? Oh, we killed it. Let's see, what'd I miss? Best hero to pull on selector for Zeeg. There you go. Limited selector unit, non-limited selector unit. Go nuts. TristenWulf selector unit. Just Google it. Got your answers right there for you. If after watching that you're still not sure, come back and let me know. What are the best units for the story summons at the moment? I'd have to see the list. I've not gotten to that on the new player account, and I think they changed up the list a little bit. Does raid set work on Holo Trials? Yes. But you have to have a debuff on the boss, and most Holo Trial bosses are immune to most debuffs. So usually we go with Destro because it's a little safer. If you can reliably stick a debuff, though, go for it. I just know every time I look at the Holo Trials boss, I'm like, fuck, it's fucking immune to everything. Oh, we were going to try something, right? We're going to try it with Fire Ravi. We're going with the free-to-play unit for that guy, right? So it was Fire Ravi. God, I hope she's built. And we were going to do... Oh my god, my Ross is so not ready for this. And Tam. Oh, my Ross doesn't die. Okay, let's see if this works. It should work, in theory. It should work. I don't want to fight the ice boss, though. I guess we're going to fight some freaking mosquitoes. Yes, it's still a DPS, Ross. I've not figured out a way. I've got to find a unit who does an AoE attack that also does some damage. I got to figure out how to do my Wyvern team without Ross so that I can use Ross in PvP. I have a complicated relationship with Bitless. So does Katie's, to be fair. Look at this DPS Ross just one-shotting these bugs. Fire CC. It's a random dual attack, though. I need it to pull the highest attack unit. What stats do I need for Victorica to one-shot hunts? I think the only hunt she's got a shot at one-shotting is Golem, and she's so squishy she's hard to take in there. I don't know. I haven't gotten around to building her yet. Let's check. TristenWulf. Nightmare Raid. One year ago. Look at that one. 12 days ago. 12 days ago. What's that say? The best Nightmare Raid teams. I've got so many Nightmare Raid teams. So if you can't build my fast, most stable full auto teams, there's plenty of manual teams. There's a one-shot one with Einzul Gone. That one's hilarious. So yeah, plenty of them, guy. Could you use Victorica instead of Ross and Wyvern? I don't think so. I'll try it, though. I gotta look at our kit and see. I need somebody that does an AoE on the first round and a dual attack on the second round. Maybe Sinji and try to one-shot the mobs with Rem. Not enough gear in the world to one-shot the mobs with Rem. I would literally have to take my best gear off of all my DPS units to make that happen, and I'm not willing to do that for, 10 fight a day Wyvern run. Isn't that Tieria? Tieria doesn't have a dual attack on her number 2. I need an AoE and then a dual attack. Fire Lilius is not a dual attack. I need the dual attack to always go with my DPS unit. Fire Lilius pulls freaking, you know, Conqueror Lilius, it's going to brick the run. Command model Leica. See, the problem is that she is Earth and everything is in that fight's green, so it's going to be tough to overcome the 50-50 damage. Fire Ken is already on the team. Yeah, Leica would be perfect otherwise. Would you say handguy stocks are up now that protection set is useful in a lot of PvP now? Is used a lot in PvP. Handguy stocks are always good. The only reason handguy stocks ever like wavered a little bit is because Laia kind of stole a lot of his job. Attack Leica with drink. Possibly. Possibly. Is there any chance for collab units to get a buff without a rerun of the collab? That's only ever happened once, and then a collab happened a month later, so I think it was like, hey, we're negotiating anyway, you mind if we do this in advance to prep for the collab kind of a thing. Otherwise, part of a collab agreement is what the units do. It's how you're going to represent our IP, how you're going to, you know, make sure that you're going to represent our units in a way that we're satisfied with and we agree upon, and that any changes to that require another collaboration. So it's very, very, very unlikely that collab units will get buffs or EEs outside of a collab. I'm not saying it's impossible, I'm just saying it's kind of freaking unlikely. Really? It was the last one? Is there a collab coming soon? There's always a collab coming soon. Soon. Where to buy Tristen hat? I think I got it at the Spirit Halloween store. Yeah, I know, Immortal. It's starting to make our confidence waver there, isn't it? Will Guilty Gear collabs happen in the future? Possibly. We've had more Guilty Gear collabs than any other IP, but I know Smilegate is less interested in reruns than they are in new ones. When was the last collab? It was late. It was like very early April last year. It was the Overlord collab. Yeah, they said there'll be visitors from another world, right? Will break your heart a little bit here if I can. Where is it? Where is it? Anyway, if you go watch the Origins video, when it starts to talk about the Zeeg event, it talks about friends joining from a new world, and it's talking about Crowd and Victorica. So, but that could just be a coincidence, right? I mean, we know a Bleach collab is coming. I put a whole video out about that, right? Surely. Anyway, that team soloed. Man, look at this beautiful garbage. Okay, one left. I'm not taking you into Carcanus. How about CZ? Is 289 speed good enough for Elagos? Calculator, 289 times 0.95. As long as your enemy is 274 speed and slower, then it's perfectly fine. Anytime anybody asks me what's the right speed for a unit, I'm like 5% faster than the enemy. Can the team with Ravi clear Nightmare Raid? We just used it and cleared Jewel Council with authority. I think other than the Carcanis fight, I wouldn't use it against Carcanis because Fire Ravi is a little bit dodgy. Kitty Clarissa. The problem is she'll transform, then holy shit on a stick. Could you be right? She'll loveliness. She'll AoE. Then everything dies. In the next phase. Mother of God, you might be right. We're going to build it. We're going to build it and see. Matt, if you were right on this, I'm going to send you a little something as a gift package. I can't believe I figured that out. Lilius won't work. Her dual attack's random. Possibly. Ow. Does anybody in this game have a darker story than Kitty Clarissa? I really want them to do like a Kitty Clarissa event so we can get more about that story. Because that is some dark shit. Does anybody here not know Kitty Clarissa's backstory? Okay, so check it, right? Clarissa is a sister of the Blue Cross, right? She's a nun, but she is an insanely violent nun. She's filed her teeth into points, and she goes absolutely Spanish Inquisition level berserk, spreading the will of the goddess, right? She is like beat you into submission, kind of like she like reading about the stuff the Spanish Inquisition did is like porn to Clarissa. And she was so violent, so rampagey that it was driving people nuts, and they had to figure out a way to deal with her. So the Order of the Blue Cross went and spoke to the mages at Rangar and asked if there's anything, you know, magical / sciency that they can do to help calm Clarissa down and make her not so wild and violent. But the Rangar mages were so preoccupied with cats, and it occurred to them that like there's something crazy about cats, that cats can be violent and rampagey, but people still love cats. They'll knock shit off your counter and you don't care. People love cats in spite of them being violent and rampagey. So instead of curing Clarissa of her violent tendencies, they turned her into a cat so that everybody would be satisfied. Against her will, just transformed her ass into a cat so people wouldn't mind her being violent all the time. That's some shit right there. I want that story, man. I want that story big time. Take that, stupid nun, become a cat. Fire Ravi is by far and away the most effed up story. Fire Ravi makes it really, really, really hard to like Tenebria. It cements it that Tenebria is the, like, worst villain Epic 7 has ever seen, bar none. Did she take Ravi's pants? Fire. I've not found any use for Fire Crow in PvE. Fire Ravi. Tenebria was bored. Yay, last one. Tenebria was bored, and so she thought it would be freaking hilarious to go into this child's dreams and pollute her dreams with nightmares so bad that she would kind of wake up in this waking nightmare and murder her whole family. And then she thought it would be even funnier to wake the child up and let her realize that she murdered her own family with her own hands, thinking they were monsters. But then the child had a psychotic break and kind of went all catatonic. But you know, that sucked. Fire Ravi didn't want to break her toy. She wanted to have more fun with it. So she took the child, stuffed it into the homunculus program, and brainwashed her, wiped her brain, and then reprogrammed her into thinking that she was completely in love with Tenebria, that she worshipped the ground Tenebria walked on, and that became Ravi. And she followed Tenebria around. She was Tenebria's lapdog. And once Tenebria had her fun, you know, basically enslaving and mistreating Ravi, there was this fight on the parapets of Terranor Castle where Fire Tenebria was in no danger whatsoever. All she had to do to escape was walk a little bit to the left, and she was out of danger. But instead she said, "Hey Ravi, go cover my escape. Sacrifice your life so I can escape." And Ravi was like, "Yes, mistress, whatever you wish." So she went and died defending Tenebria's escape plan, while Tenebria sat there watching and just laughing and enjoying how hilarious it was that she made this kid murder her parents and then swear revenge against Tenebria and then go catatonic, and then she brainwashed her to be so in love with her, the person who convinced her to murder her parents, that she threw her life away defending Tenebria's escape when Tenebria didn't need anybody to cover her escape. She literally was just able to walk away to safety. Because it was funny. And that's why Tenebria does everything. Because it's funny. She's like, this was even funnier than the sound the little birdie's beak made when it came off in my hand kind of funny. That's what Tenebria is all about, guys. Just in case anybody out there other than Tenebrae Simp thinks they can fix her. That's what you got to look forward to. Alright. That should be the last time we ever have to go into Royal Capital Asmocalis, right? Complete. Show me my rewards, Orbis Guide. Man, I guess we do have to go back in there to spend these stupid things. Hey, we got Moonlight Boob Blade. She's gonna be a unit, guys. Lucky Katana. Okay, let me just slide back in one last time into Asmocalis. Oh, wrong one. Into Royal City Asmocalis, so we can spend all of those currency on, I don't know, what can we buy with 6 of these, right? 6. If we buy 4, we'll have leftovers. I guess we'll just get 1 of each of these so we don't have leftovers. I know there's some good stuff in the Queen box, but I don't want to have 2 of these just cluttering up my inventory. I'm going to get this. When is Windrider Girl going to be playable? The assumption is either the 24th or May. Either the 24th or... Is May got 30 days or 31? End of May, beginning of June. One of those two. That's the assumption, but it's not been announced yet. We don't know for sure. Tenebria becomes Spectre Tenebria. Tenebria is pre-Acolyte, and then after she's done pulling the beaks off of birds and torturing children and stuff, archdemons and, you know, the acolytes, they formally make her into an acolyte, and she becomes Spectre Tenebria. But Tenebria herself is a princess. Tenebria was supposed to be the Aether role. She was supposed to be like one of the MCs. She was supposed to be Aether, the princess of Terranor or of Azera. and she was supposed to be the one that accompanied Ross. She was going to be Ross's love interest instead of Mercedes. But then they decided they would make Aether the prince and make Tenebria a bad guy, and turned her into Spectre Tenebria. And Fairy Tale Tenebria is is just one of pre-Spectre Fire Tenebria's dream worlds, where that's one of her personal dreamscapes that she created to F with people. Where she made Kairon a rabbit. Ras Tenny would have been better than Ras Mercedes. Been different. Okay, let's go kill us a queen. Ow. Flo, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Wolf Pack. Tam, Biblioteca. Ah! Okay. For our DPS unit, we're just going to use Bologna because she's a redhead. But you can use so many different units for your DPS units. Oh, wait, before... Let me get this out of the way, and then we'll go fart around with Wyvern. Hilarious faux pas. When will Light Tenebria come out? That's what Tenebrae Simp asks every week. They kind of gave Ravi a whoa. Tam, are you missing gear? God damn it, Tam. I was wondering how Tam died in the other fight, too. Fribbles. Susamax, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate the support. Thank you for that Prime. You could use that Prime anywhere. Drop it on any stream, but you used it here. And for that, I thank you. Let's see. Okay, counter. When are we going to get savable gear loadouts, Epic 7? We've only been asking forever. It's a 7-year-old game. It's embarrassing at this point that we don't have savable gear loadouts. Gear-driven games get that within the first couple of years. But it's been epic 7 years without savable gear loadouts. And every time I have to use a third-party software just to remember what gear I had on people, I feel compelled to remind Smilegate that this is a stupid problem that you guys need to fix. And I'm going to keep whining about it until you listen. Every day, I'm going to annoy the piss out of you until you fix this backwards, antiquated system. There we go. Best Tam world. Yeah, if you Google TristenWulf Fribbles, there's a how to install it and basic overview of how to use it, and then there's another video that is kind of a what do you call it, a master class on how to really set it up and make it spin. I'm a new player. What collab is everyone talking about? There was a in the roadmap we got back in January, they said why am I running into a fight? In January roadmap, they said in April, Friends from a New World, which is the language they've always used around a collaboration. And there have been several hints that possibly a collaboration is coming. So it's like some people think it's copium and that these hints are just coincidence, and other people are like, no, this means something. Usually in April is when we see a collab, usually. So people are kind of expecting one's coming soon, but officially, there's not been a peep about it. And there won't be, because collabs are loaded with NDAs and nobody says a damn thing. What do I think? Search TristenWulf collab. And I went looking for collab proof, and you won't believe what happened next. Mind you, I posted this video on April 1st. So just remember that while you're watching it. Any replacement for Biblis? You can use Rowana. It's got a little higher of a fail rate. This doesn't fail, but Rowana, she can do it. I've done it with Rowana. It's a little slower, but it does work. It's true. I'm wearing the hat of knowledge. This Bleach, guys, open your minds. The clues are right in front of you. There's something I didn't mention in that video too is at the end of the Origins startup, man, that background scene looks exactly like the season 2 opener for Bleach 2 on top of that, right? And also Bleach just released a game. I don't know, there's a lot of things. This isn't a new player team. I've been lied to. Dude, this is totally, man. This is totally a new player team. You go on the internet, you buy an account that's loaded, and you can be a new player with this team. Thank you for the sub, Sue. I appreciate you, brother, man. Let me fix that. It's a good point, though. So we've done the new player stuff, and now it is just there you go. How's that title? That make you feel better, Sue? You've reached the end of the new player portion of the new player accounts. It's time to start getting nice, man. Congrats. I'm just doing an hour a day of a casual walkthrough. I'm not trying to race. I'm not trying to do this how to get to Wyvern 13 in 48 hours. So,
Chan, protect me from counters.
Yo, Anyo, thank you for the sub. And Ignito, thank you for the 2 gifted, buddy. Wolf Krex, and Kyohara. Awesome. Congrats on your subs. Thank you so much. You guys are so generous. How do I get to Legend RTA player as a new player in 24 hours? I'm pretty sure Sue's going to have a guide out on that next. What's up, Biako? You know how to do that? But it's gonna cost you. Yep. Actually, we both know how to do that. We're not gonna talk about it, are we, though? Oh, without Commander Larena, you just can't do that at all. No. You're close, though, Tuno. You're close. I'm always going to call you Tuno, because I'm not going to actually say your actual name out loud, just so you know. Bianco just read his name. Yeah, don't read it out loud in public. What's your recommendation for which RGB to grab from the Zeeg event as a new player? You should slide over to Google Almighty and type in TristenWulf selector unit. And here's the tier list for the RGB selectors, and right below it is a tier list for the limited selectors. It's going to have everybody on there because we didn't know the rules of the selectors, right? We didn't know like what units would and would not be included. So I go over all of them. So, you know, you just have to ignore the one. If I say you should get Fene and you're like, I can't get Fene. Well, yeah, that's, I didn't know that back then, but that should give you a pretty good idea. Don't just look at the tier list though and be like, oh, you know, Rowana is his #1 pick, so I want Rowana. Because, you know, I'm trying to do PvP, and you're going to find that Rowana isn't used at all in PvP. Whereas, like, you know, Janua and Celine, they're only used in PvP. They don't have PvE usages. So actually, you know, if you see one you like, jump to that part in the video where I'm talking about that unit and listen to what I have to say about it before making your decision. Because some of them are really good in RTA, some of them are really good in PvE, and some of them are kind of, you know, Renaissance units that can be used in multiple places. Yeah, it's hard to just throw up a tier list and say, this is the best unit in the game. Because if I say this is the best unit in the game, and you immediately formulate a vision in your mind, and then I say, for farming Katie's hunt, suddenly all that shit goes out of your mind and you start thinking of something else, right? You gotta think of what your account needs and what you're missing. But hopefully that helps you out. If you watch that and you still have no idea what to frickin' pull, then come back in and we'll help you dig a little deeper. For Charms and Dust, there is no better place than Eulogy. But if you farm Adventure, it's slower, you get less charms, but you get AP, and you get a shot at those special drops, which can include a gold transmit. So you kind of got to decide which to do. When my AP is full, I'll probably do buff events in Eulogy, and I will probably do non-buff events in Adventure. The nice thing about Eulogy is you can friendship farm, you can farm turbo fast, which means, I mean, you can do a whole run of Eulogy in 20 seconds per run, which means if I'm grinding through a whole bunch of leafs, that's hundreds of millions of gold in a weekend. Whereas farming Adventure, it's better, you know, it's the same gold per stamina use, but at 30 to 45 second runs to a minute long runs, and I'm not friendship farming. Not as much, not squeezing as much out of a buff event. So it's a little bit situational, and it really depends on what you need, what resources you need. Hey, Human right here. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, the gold carrots are RNG, but a single run, congrats. Why did I go back in with the exact same team? Let's go kill us some Jewel Leave Council. So, how about you and which Fene? Which Fene? This Fene? Yeah, that Fene. I'm gonna change this to. I don't need to do this, but it'll stabilize it a little bit better. Okay, let's go get him. Biblis build, please. Yeah, sure. No Tama skin. I didn't even get the free 50 stamina. I boycotted the shit out of that event. There you go. Artifact is completely up in the air. You just want her to be really, really fast and have enough health to survive and have 105 effectiveness. You could be 20 or 30 speed slower. You could be almost 40 effectiveness less. You need 105 effectiveness. And I don't think she's ever come close to dying, so she could probably be a little less tanky too. And you could use artifacts to overcome deficiencies, right? The stream title is Sue's fault. Yeah, she can work slower and tankier, but, you know, having her fast will let her cycle her skills more. I'm having fun in Epic 7 for the first time in 7 years. You've been playing for 7? You've been playing since the beginning of the game and not having fun, and you just now started having fun? That's wild, man. Ow. Ow. Bam. Hit it again. What team is this? It's Fene and Hua Young. It's my full auto Jewel Leaf Council team. It's actually my Jewel Leaf Council flex team. The smarter team is to put 2 other green units on there to do some damage. Like if I put Galililius and Zahak in there, it would do even more damage. It would be even faster, but I wanted to see if I could just 2-man it. I got 10 new ML5s this year. Holy crap, Frederick. Man, Dark Samurai, I started in the middle of the DN banner. I pulled her, and all of my friends from my other games said, just re-roll, get Destina. DN is garbage. She can't even heal. Who wants a Soul Weaver that can't heal? You should get Destina. She's got healing on every single one of her skills. So I re-rolled and started the game with Destina and no DN. And I think that was in December. And I think it was July when I finally got Angelica and I could finally farm Wyvern 11 because that was the highest Wyvern back then. And I got Angelica. I leveled her up. I got her to level 60, which was a big deal to get used to level 60 back in the day. And then 2 weeks later, they came out with the Montmorency specialty change and made Angelica obsolete. Good times. Is there a substitute for ML Hua? Not for this team. Not for this team. You just go 3 healers in Gala, or 3 healers in Bologna, Green Bologna, or 3 healers in Zahak. Bernard, Destina, Ray, Rowana, any of those healers, take 3 of them, and then a giga nuking DPS green unit. Gala would be the best, Bologna would be the second best, Zahak would work as a third best, and that, you know, you could do any of that stuff. Ooh, the heal block sucks. Tristen, ML Arunca gonna end up like Harsetti and RTA? I hope not. I think ML Arunca is going to be devastatingly good. I'll show it to you guys again. Don't share it around. You ready for some porn? Here's some porn for you. See, my title wasn't a lie. Right there it is. Man, I gotta cover it up. I don't want to get banned off of Twitch for showing lewd images like that. Is there a difference between Vildred in the back with black cloth and white cloth? Is there a difference between the Vildred with the black cloth and the white cloth? You talking about the skins? If you're talking about the skins, there's no difference. Skins are only cosmetic. You like this team? Isn't it silly? Hey, glad to hear it, Luxie. There's a big difference between green, earth element RB and dark element RB. There's a big difference there. But if you're talking about just the skin, there's no difference. Holy crap. Fene died. Are we going to lose? Oh my god, we lost. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I should use Potion Vial. It's okay. We'll stop farting around. If I'd used Potion Vial, that probably would have been safer. Oops. You want to see Turbo Giga Fast? You run this team, but you just put some serious nukers on it. This one. And who's another good nuker? This one. Are you wearing gear, Bologna? Get the hell off my team, Bologna. Are you wearing gear, Zahak? Good job, Zahak. These are not venom, these are plagues, so you can't use Schneal here. You guys ready to see something crazy? You're gonna love this. Watch the HP bar on Jewel Leaf Council. I love this part. Is it the right one? Oh, dude, we got it the first time. Nice. Gala, are you ready to go again? It sure would be nice if you're ready to go again. Nope. Next round, right? Next round. Let's see. Oops, she is ready to go again next. Nice. $12K HP Gala. Doesn't matter for this. She's just there to speed it along. Her and Zahak can totally die. Oh, please let this be the right one. That would be so nice. Blammo. Half health down. It might just be the gear that's on her. Damn, that wasn't the right one. Maybe putting Bologna right in the or Hua in the front wasn't the best idea, but she kicked herself back to full health. Hello guys, can I ask something? I have the guild's weekly missions that ask me to eliminate boss monsters in adventure. Anyone know how I do that? Thanks for your time. Pick one of the adventure phases and go kill the boss monsters in it. You see how there's no HP bar across the top? They all have little HP bars over their heads. If they have little HP bars over their heads, they're not considered boss monsters. But if there's a big central HP bar like this, it's considered a boss monster, and pretty much any of the farmable adventure monsters on stage 3 will have an HP bar like this and be considered a boss monster. So you want to just go to any adventure stage and go fight a monster that's got an HP bar across the top. That should do it. Damn, Gala almost one-shot it. I can't kill them again. That's the problem. I'll go find you one, Necro. Give me 1 second. Let me finish this fight. And I'll take you to one. Boop. Dedge. Points. $38. Holy crap. Okay. Get neck. We're gonna roll that and get super, super lucky and have our first 28 speed piece, right? Surely. Surely. Okay, so you go to your episode guide and zoom all the way out to the overworld and go to Britannia and let's go to Terranor. Sure, easy one. So here we go. Find this boss right here. She should be considered a boss fight. So try this one. Over here. Even one of these monsters should be considered a boss at the very end. No boss fights, no central bar. No boss fights here. But there, you see it? Warning, boss encounter. It even says boss. There's your central HP bar. I'm killing a boss right now. You good to go now, man? Go kick some ass. Get those reward points. All right. Labyrinth. What else do we have to do in the labyrinth? Oh, we got to murder stomp Vera, right? Let's take the world's best afternoon soak plan. Yeah. And oh, you want to see that Gala, right? This is what she looks like. There we go. Oh my god, it won't let me look at her. Stupid game. So this is my RTA Gala. And this is my... yeah, Destro Torrent. He was just Destro Torrent. Right, Frederick? Freaking human form. For those of you who don't know what Frederick's talking about, stupid Google. We had a story a while back where we got to see Secretary Vera in her human form. When, Smilegate, when? Where's the meme? The meme cracks me up. Where is it? Yeah, this is it. Friend of mine sent me this picture and said, he's like, who the heck is this? She's so hot. And I was like, it's Secretary Vera. He went, you mean the worm? I said, yep. He went, oh no, I'm down bad for a worm. I see the same picture. I'll take both. Damn grader. Okay, so let's see. What is good for this? Let's take Mascot Hazel because she's amazing. And we will take Haste because he is giga underrated. And we will take Mercedes because where else are we going to use Mercedes? I love this team. Everybody's got gear on, right? Looks like it. I hope they do. Would you still love me if I was a worm? Wait, why is Vera human? Evidently, they can transform into human form, which makes you kind of wonder what we could be doing with this. But yeah, if you go into the Book of Memories and you do the side story where you get specially change Alexa, you can see that whole story with the legendary hero Asmanus and Secretary Vera in human form. It's a pretty good story. It's actually quite clever how they explain why you're able to go in and repeatedly kill them over, and why you have to go in and repeatedly kill them over and over again. It's clever. Any idea for a Tamarin replacement against the Queen? Okay, first of all, never use her in another fight, and then yes, there is a way to do it, but it's god awful. So, TristenWulf, Nightmare, or TristenWulf, Queen, no Tam. No Tamarin. Thought I had one in here. Okay, let me just find it. And I'll direct link it. I need to fix the... Here we go. I have no Tam right in the title. Why didn't it search? Because the word Queen wasn't in the title. Is it searchable now? One gold trans. Where is the video? Hang on. Ah, there it is. Okay, here is how to do it. That is how you fight Nightmare Queen. Oh, I guess we murder stomped this off screen. That's how you fight Nightmare Queen without Tam. Let me show that to... Too many tabs open here. Hang on. Holy tabception. For ticket. Ah, here we go. Woo! And there's the link for YouTube for the people that want to see how to beat the Queen without Tam. And only do it if you have no other option. Other than that, never ever do Nightmare Great again without using Tam on the Queen, because it is a monumental pain in the ass to do it without Tam. And if you don't have any of those units, just go do Hell Queen and get Nightmare Queen next month when you can use Tam. Hell Raid you can repeat, so just do Hell Queen. Hey Rake, thank you for the sub, buddy. A primer. Could use that prime anywhere. But I appreciate you dropping it here. That's pizza money. Night, Ignito. Thank you much for hanging out with us for a bit. I'm going to be wrapping it up here in just a minute myself. We got any more? Oh, we got to do Carcanus next, right? Not the emotional support tabs. I'm terrible about leaving a billion tabs open. Okay, so we are going to go with a Barig. We are going to go with a Chu. And we're going to go with a high ER Soulweaver, Momo. And we are going to go with the almighty Dizzy. You guys were into Guilty Gears earlier, so let's Guilty Gear it up. Is it worth doing Raid if we have Rift? Yes, because Raid you do once a month, and the rewards are freaking amazing. This is a Dizzy moment. Let me find Dizzy's theme music. Hang on. Got it in here somewhere. The new Dizzy theme. It's not exactly metal, but it's pretty cool. Dizzy, where's your music? Ah, there it is. Wait. We're not living our best Dizzy here. Hang on. That's what I thought. Okay, where were we? Oh yeah. Stunned. If you do not have Dizzy, use Yuna. Yuna works really, really good too. You don't have the stuns like Dizzy does, but you can put Yuna on Bloodstone and have secondary healing, which makes Yuna really good for this. So Ravi, Cecilia, Tam, Ross worked for Vera. Kick ass. It should work for everything except for Carcanus. I don't think you want to take a red DPS unit into Carcanus. Try Shu, try Fene, try Bologna, Ice Bologna. Just try any ice DPS unit. I'm new, and the only character I have ice would be Fene. Then use Fene from the pack. Oh, from the pack. From what pack? Oh, like as in you use the pack to summon her? Yeah, use Fene. Fene should work. You could, or you could also try a. I mean, it doesn't have to be ice. It just has to not be fire. Yeah, Fene should work. Fene would work great here. In place of Shu, Fene would work awesome, but I already used Fene on Julie. What about my Philly built Celarina? She might be a little bit glass for this. Might be a little hard to keep alive. Carcanus hits pretty freaking hard, but it might work. Did I change my Wyvern 13 team to use Ras with Tori? I have a recommendation for you. SSB Corinne, Sigrid, Angelica. SSB Corinne, Sigrid, Angelica was my old Wyvern team, but it's not 100% guaranteed full clear, and that's why I stopped using it. If you miss a defense break, you fail. That's why I use my current team, is it's a guaranteed full clear. There's no RNG to it at all. But I'm gonna try to build that Kitty Clarissa team. That piqued my interest. It is now though. How is it 100%? What if you never defense break? SSB got like a 10% boost to her defense break chance though. Yeah, but you still have absolute resistance. There's always a 15% chance that you don't defense break. The team I use has ignore ER on it, so it guarantees sticks it. There's no 15% involved. I use Champ Z into Carcanis. My DPS Ross is crazy overgeared. He's on a destruction set. Okay, we got through the BS phase. Now we just need to finish them off. I think I might cheat here if I got a defense break. Let's see if I can cheat here. As long as these assholes don't cleanse that defense break. Stun him. Oh, perfect turn off auto. Okay, I'm going to cheat. You ready for this? Burn. I don't have to do this, but it's over so much faster. Burn. 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 Dead. Yeah, infinite burn's amazing there. You can run on full auto. I just didn't want to waste time. Oh, I almost yielded. That would have sucked. Okay, one last one to do. So we are going to go with Karat. Ah, I said Karat. You go up front. And we will go with Arya's racist brother. No, wait. Her brother's not racist. Arya's racist, but her brother's kind of chill. And we need... Let me see. That covers our debuffs. So now we need a damage dealer. We'll go with... how about Bellona? And we need a healer. We'll use a healer who can also attack buff the team. Nice. Is this the right Bellona? Not really, but that'll do. That'll do. Okay. We like Arya with all of her flaws. Oop. Abigail DPS or tank build. It depends if you want her to be a sub damage dealing unit or if her entire job is remaining alive forever so that it's almost impossible to kill her so your back row DPS can use. If you're gonna fight aggressively, I think you go full tank on her because it's important to make sure she doesn't die so they can get at your back row. If you're gonna play a slower tank down, kind of a bruisery fight, then I think you maybe put some DPS stats on there so she can assist. What artifact 5-star for Spectre Tenebria? Tag's Book is probably her most popular artifact, though you can run her on Crimson Moon if you want to get some extra dual attacks in. More of an Ahmed person myself. I like Ahmed. Ahmed gives me needs. Muna or Arunka? That's the question of the hour. If you're going to make me pick, I'm going to say Luna, though. Luna has been meta for a long time, and she's not showing any signs of slowing down. Arunka looks like she's going to be meta, but we've been wrong before. Remember when Fire Ravi got her first buff and everybody thought she would break the game, and then Fire Ravi got her second buff and everybody thought she'd break the game, and surprisingly she was good, but she didn't break the game. Remember when we all thought if you didn't have Bystander Hua Young, you couldn't play RTA? And then it turned out you could, that she's really, really strong, but you still can play without her? I'm a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush kind of guy, so I always kind of lean. No, I'm not talking about APOC. I'm talking about Fire Ravi. Yeah, it's tested versus untested. The devil you know versus the devil you don't. And you know what? You could get Luna and then be like, wow, I should have gotten Arunka. She's the most broken thing ever. Or you could get Luna and be like, man, I'm glad I got Luna. Arunka was overhyped. Now, one thing I can tell you is Luna will be available on the headhunt, but that's not going to happen until like late November, early December. That's a long time to wait for your Luna to come home. Fire Robbie's an attack scaler, so you want her to have, enough attack to get things. Oh no! They changed it. They changed it so her HP scales in. That's right. Don't ignore attack. She still gets some attack, but yeah, I'd lean more heavily on HP. They didn't rerun Luna yet, so maybe. Luna has a great personality. She genocided a whole race, but you know what? She's one of the good ones. She's got a nice smile. We're okay with the genocide thing, because she's pretty. I still say her last buff was a nerf. The original, the original Melissa, I used an RTA. The new Melissa, yeah, I can do things in PV in a regular arena with her, but I can't use her in RTA. But I used her like in very, very high champ on the edge of Emperor with her last season or 2 seasons ago. Dragon killer greater than racist elf. Jesus Christ. Which horrible act of atrocities unit do you think is hotter? Secretary Vera or ML Arunka? ML Arunka. Don't be wrong, Secretary Vera is a little bit alright, but our team knocked it out of the park with Arunka. Second, free ML. What to pick? Who are your options? Talking about the Fallen Land ML? Is that the one you're up to? Hot Insect Woman next episode. Hot Insect Woman next. Hot Insect Woman. I don't even want to think about what your browser history must look like. I want Spirit Eye Celine just because she's freaking amazing and she's like damn near broken with her EE. Good call. Oh my god, why isn't this thing dead yet? Dude, I can't wait to get a second K-ROM for my light ticket. It's gonna be so epic. Man, is my freaking maid missing gear? Because we are not healing much at all. Oh my god, the light. I know, right? How do you build Celine nowadays? Fast as you can on Storm Sword and murder people. If you can run her stupid fast, you can put her on Dust Devil, but I still think Storm Sword's the way to go. It's the Fallen Land ML, Death Dealer Ray, if you plan on doing PvP, Mediator Queric if you don't. Those are kind of like the only 2 options, really. Is Renat coming next? My Skystones need a breather for real. The earliest Renok could be here is the 24th, and it's most likely, you know, whatever the week after that is. The 31st or the 1st. I forget how many days are in freaking April. How many Wind Riders is good for PvP? 3 to 4. 2 minimum. I'm suffering through with 3 right now, and it gets most of my needs done. I was hoping to pick up a 4th, but I think you can pull it off with 2. Any news on Genesis Ras? None. He'll probably be the next ML. Whoever's next, right? Whoever is next is not the World's unit. If Ross is next, Arya is the World's unit. If Arya's next, Ross is the World's unit. Can kind of bank on that. Oh my god, this is taking forever. So the new Ross won't be free? No, because he's already been shown off as a unit. It's very unlikely. He's most likely going to be an ML unit. There's a slim chance that he could be an ice unit. His background was blue, so he could be a free ice unit. We don't know for sure, but everybody's kind of assuming he's going to be an ML unit. I kind of hope he's a free ice unit, because how do you upscale the damage of somebody who's effectively a god? How do you rationalize that in the game, right? But we don't know for sure. It's still kind of up in the air. Oh my god, this is taking forever. What are your thoughts on the Robin unit? She looks cool. Yeah, we don't know if Robin's going to be before Renok 2. I think Robin's animation, or Renok's animations, were more completed than Robin's when we saw the video, so we kind of assume that Renok will be before Robin, but we don't really know. Maybe Ross is a Rift unit. We know the Rift units that are coming up will be fire-based. We know Ross is not fire. That's the one thing we do know about Ross, so very unlikely. How long does it take the unit ML Para to show up in the coin shop? Probably about, oh wait, guys, we got a problem here. Hang on. We're starting to get dedged. This might have failed. Wait, Arky doesn't do anything to him, does he? Oh yeah, he does. That was decent damage. Oh my god, the stun. Wow, we just failed. That's horrible. I think this is the first time I've seen this team just fail. What's going on, mate? Are you missing gear? No? You're on gear. Are you missing gear? Oh my god, Suthen. What an asshole. Good job ruining it for everybody, Suthen. I think I would learn to check this shit before going into the fights, right? Uh, 15 speed. Level 90 red gear, 15 speed. Armor I'm looking for, you big dummy. There it is. And the boots are resist speed main boot. They have 21 ER. There we go. That's a little bit better. Let's put the real Bologna in. Those could work. A little over. I think those are the ones we're going to use. And let's give you a... Give you... All right. This should be a fair tip better. You know what? I gotta check. I didn't look. Okay, good. Just making sure. How does the XP booster help with more gold farming? Any excess XP that does not go into units once your units are max leveled, any excess XP manifests in the form of stigma. So you will get 50% more stigma, and that will give you 50% more stigma to convert into penguins to sell for gold. So it's effectively 50% more gold. Yeah, I checked, Chloe. No problem, Alex. Artifact Charm Guide. Oh, Artifact Charm Guide. Artifact Charm Guide? There is no Artifact Charm Farm. There's just go to Hoochie every day, see if he has any, and then make sure you do all your donos to your guild so that you can buy Artifact Charms from your guild shop. Yeah, it's literally being a guild. The only places to farm artifacts are doing your Labyrinth every month, going to Hoochie every day, and making sure you're active in your guild so you can buy charms from your guild, and the occasional rewards. Unfortunately, there really is no artifact charm farm. Thought they removed Hoochie? Nope, he is still there, Sky King. Hey, Sky King. What's up, Gabe, man? How you doing, buddy? They removed the Goblin, but Hoochie is still in place, but they removed Goblicus from Savara, from Kairubaran. Is Hoochie shop in the lab different stock than in the story? There is no Hoochie in the story, but the different Hoochies throughout the lab are all the same stock. Nice, man. I'm glad it worked out for you, Sky King. Fene is good though. If you have an opportunity to get her, man, she's like Brieg, Rowana, Tamarin kind of level good for PvE. I did a whole video series, no kidding, called where is it? I thought I did one. Yeah, 50 Shades of Fene. And it's just me going through the entire game doing stupid stuff with this unit. Like I full auto solo Wyvern 13 with her, and then I solo Banshee with her, and then I two-man with her and Brieg and do Katie's, and then I solo 2 different Nightmare raids, and then I do auto tower with her, and then it's just like just one thing after the other. I shaved 20 seconds off the speed of my Fire Expo by replacing Tam with her. It's the most stupid PvE unit they've ever made. She is to PvE what Fire Hua Young was to PvP. It's crazy. Hey, Biako, thanks for gifting Sky King that sub, man. Nice of you. Oh my god, this is working so much better, guys. This is so much better. It's crazy what happens when you actually have gear on units. You know what's crazy, Sky King, is instead of unnerfing Hua, they just came out with Fire Crow, who's basically, you know, if they took Fire Hua's kit and ramped it up on steroids and re-released it. Hey, Cascoba. You want to see the sex? Here's the sex for you. You ready? I can only leave this up for a few minutes so I don't get demonetized on YouTube. What do you think? Getting y'all hot? It's getting me all hot. I can't wait. Crow isn't a hot redhead, though. He's the ultimate wingman, though. Yeah, sheep. On counter, on rocket punch. Let that sink in for a minute. This is, these numbers are without a soul burn. That's without soul burning. Hey, I'm just theory crafting, guys. She's not out yet. We'll have to see what she's like when she comes out. ML Arunca, Surat. ML Arunca. Is Firecrow that good? In RTA, yes. In PvE, he doesn't have much use. I mean, you could probably use him to like nuke wire or nuke Golem down, but I haven't found much use for PvE. But for RTA, yeah, I hear he's damn near essential. Which means he probably has some Guild War usages too, but I've not seen much use for him in Arena yet. Still too much BS in Arena to have that kind of fun. I know, right, Shio? Okay. See how everybody's nice and healthy? This was a much better team. Do you think a Captain Landy with 1600 defense and 700 HP is more EHP or a 1400? You can go to Google. This is an old tool, but I'm pretty sure it still works. And just type in Epic 7 EHP. And there's an EHP calculator for Epic 7. You can click on it and get flashbanged. And literally just type in 1400 defense, 1700 HP, 70,000 HP. It's 96,333 EHP. And let me zoom it in a little bit so you can see it. And your other option was, I'm sorry, you said 1600 defense. So 16, so that's 107,666 versus 14 by 19,000. 107,666 is exactly the same EHP. It's exactly the same. So I would go with the HP version because defense penetration exists. Yeah, the damage calculator has it too, but that one's just like bam, instant, easy. Don't have to search around for it. Okay, is that all of them? Vera, Devourer. Oh my god. Did we kill the queen and yield instead of actually using the exit? We did. God damn it. I blame Hoochie for this. Charms. Annoying. Okay, it's fine. Queen doesn't take long, right? You and you and you. Did I see that the mini bosses in Lab still drops items for collection? What do you mean items for collection? We'll go kill a mini boss after this and see. They aren't supposed to drop anything. Because you can go in as much as you want, so they aren't supposed to drop anything. This lab still drops the thingy. The thingy? Oh, but do those do anything? The sap-covered items that have gear and charms and galaxies? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Here you go, Zmaj. There's your sex. Enjoy it. Soak it in. Okay, oh, it's too much. I can't show it. If I show it more than twice in like a 10-minute period, I'll get demonetized. Sorry. Okay, you know what? We're gonna test it, right? We're gonna kill the queen. We're gonna leave. We're gonna come back in, kill a mini boss, see it drop a sap, and see if it leaves. See if it does a drop. Because if it does, you guys are gonna hate me, but I'm gonna have to report it because infinite mini boss farming unbalances the game. Hey, Wolf and Roses. So is it just this lab? Is it not all of them? I mean, I guess if it's just this lab and you can fight them once a month, then I guess it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, because they don't respawn like normal Labyrinth does. Yeah, because it's Asmical's cycle. It only cycles once a month. It's not like the other ones where you beat them and go back in and beat. So you can't just beat, rejoin. So yeah. Okay, yeah. You know what? I'm fine with that. I am fine with that. That's actually pretty cool. So it's still worth it to farm the mini bosses if you want. Is Labyrinth back? No, I mean, you can go as often as you want. Just go in and kill the mini bosses. No real reason to do it all in one entry. I don't think it'll work in normal Asmicalus. We went and walked through and killed everything, and we didn't get shit from those mini boss drops. We went through and did all of them. Tristen, why don't I play RTA? I usually do. I do my 11 fights before the end of the season. I hate third pick ban protection and how it stagnated the game. And when the entire community said, this needs to be removed and you need to do something about these other units that are making the game not fun anymore. Instead, Smilegate gaslit us by saying that Parsetti encapsulated the excitement of the season, and we saw a 3% uptick in the number of fights, so clearly everybody's enjoying the way new RTA is. So I joined like pretty much everybody by boycotting the season, and that's why almost nobody played last season. And that's why they've radically done things to change it up. That's why they're doing they're doing this crazy BS with the frenzy changes and stuff. Is they're desperate to make people want to play RTA again, because like, you know, it was one thing when you made it shitty. It's another thing when you tried to, you know, tie a bow on it and convince us it wasn't shit. I don't like being gaslit. I don't like being lied to, and I felt like I was lied to by Smilegate, and it took all of the fun out of RTA for me. I used to push up to the edge of Emperor every season. I had fun with it, but they really shit in my Cheerios with that AI-generated post convincing us that we liked what we didn't like. I mean, you can tell me shit's chocolate, but I ain't gonna eat it. So I don't know if things change, if things get better, maybe I'll play again. But so far they have third pit ban protection still a thing. They still haven't put in a reward shop for RT. I can't believe we went through the Origin update without any kind of rewards. The only game I can think of where there is no reward for playing PvP. There's no PvP shop. There's no, you know, do so many a day reward. There's no, what do you call it? A battle pass like in regular arena. There's nothing, you know, nothing other than a frame. This is kind of disappointing. There's so many things they could do to make RTA like all around better, and they just kind of refuse to do it. What's the best way to farm accessory charms now that Euphine Labyrinth is no more? Regular arena. Yep, regular arena. I like band protection too. It lets me run people over, but it takes a lot of the thought process out of RTA. Like, you actually need to use your brain to play RTA without third pick band protection. With it, you don't really have to think that much anymore. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's still skill and talent to it, but it makes it so simplistic. And as a cleaver, I love it. I run people over. You know what it's like to put BBK on third pick and then pick 4 units that support BBK? Get fucked, you know? It really takes a lot of the skill and deception and drafting and tactics out of RTA, and as a result, it stagnates it. It makes it very formulaic. It makes it very, very spreadsheetable. Yeah, flowcharts, right? That's been the magic word ever since band protection went in place. Flowchart. I don't like it, and you can like it all you want. I don't like it for what it does to the game. As a cleaver, yeah, it totally benefits me, and it makes RTA easier for me. But nothing worth doing that takes time is nothing worth doing. There's nothing easy that takes a long time that's worth doing. That's just my 2 cents on it. Ooh. Guys. Stop, game. Stop. I can't get any more erect. Oh my God. Please don't roll defense, please. Just for once, game. Just for once. Show me the big numbers. Oh, okay. The crit damage is a little bit stinky, but that's okay. Come on. Oh, God damn it, game. God damn it. It was a max crit chance, though, but God, the defense is terrible. Gotta be a big number, save it. Big number. Big 8 down here. God damn it, it was another 6. Holy shit. Holy shit. Guys, can you imagine? Can you imagine if this hadn't min rolled? If this hadn't min rolled, how insane this could have been? It's okay. It's still a banger piece, man. That much crit chance on a pen piece. That much crit chance on a pen piece is fucking brilliant. Reset it, kiss my ass. Where's the neck we got? Where's the neck? Let's roll this neck next. Okay, all we want is for it to not roll into HP and attack. HP or attack, but not and. Or not and. Okay. Double min roll. Oh no, I guess a 5 is a min roll. Three is a min roll. This is looking not so hot, guys. That was a 7 into health. It rolls a 9. This becomes 31, and suddenly it's viable. Yeah, I think a 5 into speed or a 9 into health is the only thing that saves this. Let's go ahead and take a swing at it. It's about as mediocre as it gets, right? Can I even reset it? I don't even have the option, guys. I don't have a chest to do it. Oh well. The robot will find a place for it. Do we get anything else exciting? This has some potential. We just dodge health on this, right? Again, we dodge health or we dodge attack. As long as we don't hit both, we're good. Double 4. Fucking with the min rolls. Freaking min rolls. Two min rolls? And a one-off min. 2 mins and a one-off min. Kiss my ass, game. That'll be, I can mod that to a 7. No, 6 crit damage, so we'll lose 1 gear. It'll be 85 gear score, but at least it'll be usable. Okay, guys. We just so happen to have gotten another Greater Fallen piece. So once again, we are all going to focus this time. I'm calling on the chat to bring the positive energy, okay? You guys, I want you all to focus on the bottom 3 stats. Attack, speed, crit chance. Attack, speed, crit chance. Repeat it in your brain. Let it be your mantra. Attack, speed, crit chance. Attack, speed, crit chance. Focus, focus, focus. Attack, speed, crit chance. Okay, good job, guys. Good job. Nice hustle. Keep the chant going in your mind. Attack, speed, crit chance. Attack, speed, crit chance. Attack, speed, crit chance. Fucking help. I hate that. Why is there even health on this? Why is there even health on this? Okay, but you know what? You did get me a 9 in the attack. You got a 9 in the attack, okay? Okay, we need an invocation. We need an invocation. And Saint Subchikage did raise the immunity weapon upon high, saying, "O Lord, bless this, thine greater fallen dagger, that with it Tristen might blow your enemies to tiny bits in thy mercy." Amen. We take it. We take it. It is not terrible. We'll lose some gear score, modding that health into crit damage. So we'll mod that. That's going to mod into 6. That'll mod into what, 8 or 9 crit damage. 10. So we'll lose about 396. This will still be good. This will still be good. Did we get anything else exciting from that? God damn it. This is a speed check and that's it. Speed check. I gotta go one more. Speed check. Get out. Anything else? That is garbage. This is a speed check. Cause it's rage set, this could go somewhere. Now it's just about garbage. Never know. A little bit of speed on a rage set's not up. Oh, for fuck's sake, game. Are you really going to do this? You're really going to do this, aren't you? Watch, here it goes. You ready for this? Oh, damn. Okay. Robot will find a place for that. Oh, wait, that's level 80 gear. What the fuck am I doing? Oh, my God. Get behind me, Satan. Why didn't you guys tell me it was level 80 gear, you monsters? You didn't warn me. You just let me. I was gonna say, Kai0 is like, I was gonna say, but it was funnier if I didn't. This is a weird piece, right? An HP scaler who doesn't care much for speed and wants tankiness? Gotta read chat to react to chat. Gav, are you making fun of me? Because I thought everyone here knew that I never learned to read. Just rude, man. Okay, double sixes. Double sevens. Flat health. It's okay. This is a weird piece, but maybe it finds a home, right? It's one of those weird pieces that you think you're never going to use, and then suddenly you do. Playing Epic 7 without knowing how to read. Impressive. Almost as impressive as reading chat without knowing how to read, right? That's crazy. Speed check. Speed. Ooh. Speed. I am speed. I am garbage. I am going in the dumpster. ER. Look at this 32 gear score piece that does everything with nothing that works together. What wants crit damage, effectiveness, and effect resistance but doesn't need speed? This is the dumbest piece ever. This is a good example of why you can't trust just gear score. You got to actually look at stat synergies, and it's got a tank stats up top, a support stat in the middle, and a DPS stat on the bottom, and no speed anywhere to make it get done. This is sloppy and all over the place, but it's got a speed stat at least, right? Wow. The weighted flat stats. No. I think this is the highest damn gear score I think I've ever seen on a purple piece. I mean, we got to give it a chance, right? I don't think we give it a chance anymore. Drops or something for Twitch only. We all threw away crit damage attack effect gear, then Flan came out. Valid. Another weird piece. Speed and attack. Wow. Just speed. I know I got greedy. Oh man, it was double fives. If it wasn't double fives, I might have pushed this further for Rowana with the effectiveness, but the speed and the crit damage just shit all over it. It's not bad, right? I could change effectiveness to crit chance, but it's not a lot of units that use attack set. Then again, I got a shit ton of golem mats, so let's polish it off. Maybe we hit crit damage or attack again. Oh, nice. But we 4. We rolled a 4. Garbage can piece. 87 gear score. Yuck. Too bad they fixed ogre boots. They never rolled speed anyway. In as many days, you think there would be like screenshots of people on Reddit who actually rolled speed. Whoa, fire helm, guys. Fire helm. Ooh, that's a nice piece. That's a real nice piece, guys. %33 defense. Asmakalis of Cycle Tsuchikage or Asmakalis Royal City Asmakalis, because I think it's just Asmakalis Cycle. It's just the 1 month spammable content. Just on the outside chance we penta-roll attack, all right? The only purpose this has got. Yep, we're out. Too bad, too. Those are high rolls. All right, guys. I'm tapped out. I'm going to call it and go get some food. I is hungry. Is freaking 6:30 here, and I haven't even had dinner yet. I'm not even sure I had lunch yet. Pretty sure I think I had M&Ms for lunch, and that's probably not so good. So... I guess there's nothing else here to really buy. Guys, is this worth getting? What's in this thing? Catalyst gift box. 100k gold, who cares? Molagora, just 1. Reforge, select catalyst, spirit bloom, This is terrible. Like there's artifact charm in here, and that's the only thing redeeming. Artifact charm and a mola? Yeah, this is terrible. We don't buy that. We'll save my gold carrots for next week. All right, guys. Good luck farming. Let's find somewhere to send you guys off to. Let's see. Who is streaming right now? Mr. Six. Everybody go say hi to Car 6. Vroom, vroom. Thanks for being here, guys. I'll see you tomorrow with a little more new player stuff and answer some questions. I'll get the specially changed tier list up and a little bit of news and drama all about this event. So hopefully answer some questions there. Join my Discord. If you have any other questions, shoot me a DM. When I don't respond to it because I got the attention span of a goldfish, ping me again. You'll not hurt my feelings. And it's not that I'm ignoring you. I just get distracted easy. I will catch you guys next time. Take care, everybody.
Wanted them to try to shake things up for the longest time, ever since they used to be a lot of them.